What is with this giant zit on my forehead? I never leave my house, and then I go travel to a place where people actually recognize me, and I get friggin' Mount Vesuvius happening over here. Of course. And by the way, here's how I know that you guys are awesome. Nobody has said anything about it yet that I've seen in the comments. So thank you for ignoring the deformity on my face. So something cool has happened. Ben got me, he pulled a few strings and got me into where he was viewing the launch. Long story short, Ben was able to, Ben is here on a Tesla referral program thing. That was one of the perks of the referral program, was getting a special viewing of the Falcon Heavy launch. And so that's where he was yesterday. I did the whole Feel the Heat package, and I was at Kennedy Space Center. Tim is obviously, you know, being Tim and doing his thing over there. But Ben last night called around, and he was able to get me a spot or whatever where he is. And I think I'm going to take him up on it, because I had two purposes for coming on this trip. One was to obviously see the launch and do Yuri's night and everything. The other was to get a lot of work done, to try to like really get ahead on scripts so that I can, you know, just have some wiggle room in my life, because I haven't had any in a while. And I figured I'm going to be hanging out here all week. I thought that the flight was going to be this last Saturday, and I would just be hanging all week and working on stuff, and that would be great. As things have gotten pushed, you know, more and more time has been used up. And I haven't gotten nearly as much work done as I would like. I've really only completed one script. I've kind of started outlining some others. So the fact of the matter is, I could go back out to Kennedy Space Center today and basically do what I did yesterday and stand in lines for half the day. Or I could join Ben and the Tesla people and do that thing. And I could leave the house at 5 or 5:30 and get there in time to see it. From what I understand, it's not as good of a location to watch the launch, but it's better for the landings. So you can actually watch the landings where these are. I don't think you could even see the landings from Kennedy Space Center. So to me, that's kind of a big part of the show. So I think I'm going to take him up on it. I think it's just it works in a lot of different ways. So that's what I'm going to do today. So that was good. Thanks to Ben for setting me up with that. But that means I need to get some work done. So I'm going to grab my bag and maybe go to a Starbucks and do some work. I might go back to the Dunkin' that I was at yesterday. I don't know if they have Wi-Fi, though. Yes! 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 Sorry, I get excited when I actually get some work done. So much of the writing process for me is just figuring out what I want to say and figuring out the narrative of these videos. And it all starts with just researching, just looking around and finding the information and leading down different rabbit holes and finding the thread that makes it interesting and the angle that I think actually makes the whole thing worth telling. And I was able to do that sitting over here at Starbucks, which is like the only place in town that has Wi-Fi. But the main reason why I was there was because I needed to upload the video for Monday that got done by my editor, Nick. So he took care of that. I was able to upload it at Starbucks. The internet that I have back at the place is really slow, but it's okay for the researching that I need to do. So now I've got a little coffee in me. I've got some momentum going on the video. I'm gonna run back to the place and continue. I look outside and it's just so beautiful, and I was like, I'm gonna put up this umbrella and go out and do some work. And I come out here and hello, there are the biggest friggin' bees I've ever seen in my life. And they're like fighting each other over a chance to give me an anxiety attack. The bees won. All right, so it's 4 o'clock. I am supposed to meet up with Ben at 4:30, so I'm gonna change some clothes and head that way. Fingers crossed, let's do this. So Ben actually does not have a car with him, so I'm driving over to his place to pick up him and his family, and go to the place. I also just got the news that the Space IL group, the Israeli moon landing that was supposed to happen today, they lost communication 20 minutes before it was supposed to land, and it's assumed to have crashed, which is kind of a bummer. Still kudos to them for doing a remarkable thing, first private company to get to the moon.
Yo.
We're on our way to the giant, what's it called?
Exploration Tower.
Exploration Tower. It's like a big sailboat. You throwing gang signs back there, buddy? Not on my channel. So this is Exploration Tower. I almost said Expiration Tower, like it expires someday. And that's where we're going. We're going to be up at the top of that, and it supposedly has some of the best views, especially the landing, which got me all psyched, yo. They opened the doors, and we are going in, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of music playing, so I don't know how much I'll be able to record in here, but I'll do what I can do.
I got confidence in myself, but that's just to keep looking for me. I'm trying to cover it up so you can got that love that you ain't used to. And when the agents spin that song that we look and stare.
Alright, so that's the VAB out there, the Vehicle Assembly Building. See, it's really tiny, and I'm not exactly sure where the launch pad is, but we'll figure that out in a little bit, and I really hope this music goes away. I will set this up right now that I've got my camera out. I'm gonna record it. I make no promises as to what the quality is gonna be. I really want to experience it. I want to have this experience, but I want to share it with you guys. So I'm just gonna say right now, forgive me if the quality of what happens is crap, because I'm probably gonna be really excited. It's probably gonna make a lot of noise, and I'm basically gonna just point my camera and just watch it with my eyes and try to capture what I can with my camera. I'm not gonna be like doing this and watching it through this thing. I'm sorry, love you guys, but I'm going to watch this thing with my eyes. It's also a very different crowd at this one, even according to Ben. Like where I was yesterday, it was nothing but space nerds and rocket nerds, and they were like all about the SpaceX. These guys are more Tesla guys, and they're kind of like, hey, let's see a thing. You know, it's not, they're not gonna be the real hardcore fans like I saw at the other place. But I did get to hang out with those people yesterday, which is great. And now I can hang out with these guys, and maybe I can impart some information to them that they didn't have. That sounded really cocky, didn't it? Anyway, everything is go for right now. It's like 5:30, so we're about an hour out. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're about 15 minutes out. There's a small crowd starting to form up here. That's my GoPro over there. So I am going to get some footage on the GoPro, but it's probably not going to be impressive or anything. None of this footage is going to be impressive. Just letting you know. Getting excited though.
Bringing coverage of the second launch of Falcon Heavy. It's the first Falcon Heavy launch carrying a payload for a customer, and tonight our customer is Arabsat.
Yeah, that's important. John Innsbrucker is talking. It's for real, yo. By the way, this guy behind me with the sunglasses that's pointing at stuff, he actually works at SpaceX. So he's kind of explaining what's going on with everybody.
It's readily available, and it's supplied.
All right, 5 minutes and counting. We're 5 minutes to go. T-minus 5 minutes.
And then you'll be able to see the stage's lantern. Yeah, it'll be maybe a little hard, but you might be able to.
Okay, coming up on 4 minutes.
You know,
Here we go, 8 seconds. I've got the GoPro rolling.
We're gonna count it down when it gets to 10, okay? That's gonna be a little ahead too.
Should be now.
That's YouTube. It's got a 2-second delay. 18, 17. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 seconds.
Watch the launch pad.
There it is.
baby! We didn't even get a countdown. Yeah, we didn't get a countdown.
Oh, we did?
Can we do that again? Can you bring it back?
Look at that.
Look how bright that is.
Beautiful. I just feel it. Joe.
It's incredible. I need sunglasses to look at. Oh, we got a trail going there. Oh, here comes the sound. We're just now hearing the sound from liftoff over here. Oh man. So now it's getting up to where the air is lighter, so it's flaming out a little bit. Oh, here we go. Here comes the sound.
Look at that.
Oh, we're probably gonna see the boosters come off. Everybody's just in awe over here. Oh, that is so cool.
We're about 10 seconds ahead. I know, right?
It's
It
amazing
is.
to watch humanity's focus return to the sky. We're no longer looking down. We're back to looking up.
Yeah, it is pretty much like right over us.
Oh, that's true. They have to come back.
Booster separation confirmed.
Okay, so now we're gonna see these rockets from that ground.
The boosters are separated.
Oh, you can see him. You can barely see him like separated. See it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're these tiny little specks
Yeah, they're like
tumbling through the
TV.
sky. Yeah.
They got their own little plane. Oh, yeah, they have two.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, to hear the sound.
Can't really see him right now, but that's because there's not any fire coming out the bottom of them. They kind of free fall down, and then they do a burn halfway through, and then they do another burn right at ground level.
There's another good spot over there, too. But it's viewing this way.
Alright, so I was told, and I don't know if you can see with my finger here, but over there's a lighthouse way off in the distance. Let's see if I can focus over there.
Besides the fact that he wasn't.
There.
Oh yeah, okay, I see them. Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, there. Right there.
Yeah. They're just falling straight down. Oh, that is insane to see it in person. That is amazing. Oh, here they come. They're about to light up. Oh my god. I've never noticed how fast. There we go. Nail it.
Come on, baby.
Oh my god. Yeah. They really slow down. They're coming down for a soft landing. That's it.
All right, hey, bring it in.
Come on. Good job.
Somebody's got to say it.
Oh my god! Wow!
The Falcons have landed.
Wow!
You see them from the
I need a drink.
Okay, so now we got to see if it lands on the drone ship.
Since they stopped launching shuttles.
But we're hearing a sonic boom when it was higher in the atmosphere, and it was going faster. It just took lag.
Oh, landing burn started.
We're just far away.
For landing lights are deployed.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the little TV screen over here. So.
Here we go. Landing operators moving from studio 11.100 on ETF 9 net.
And it cuts out like it always does. So we'll hang on. Let's see. We're all just waiting for the comm link to come back up. They landed it! I guess there's not footage of it, but there's word that came in.
Video evidence.
They did it! They did it!
So it didn't happen.
It was not live.
Okay, so for some reason I had a technical difficulty. I don't know what happened there. I was in my excitement. I bumped the wrong thing, and I had this like auto exposure lock on, which means that I was like, it looked like a nuclear blast had gone off, so I had to like restart it. And I wound up kind of missing the actual first lighting of the candle. So I missed the actual blast off on camera anyway. But that was super amazing. Even from this far away, the brightness of it is what got me. Like it was like a tiny sun in the sky. It was so bright. So they nailed all 3 landings this time. By the time you're seeing this, I'm sure you guys already know all this. So I'm just kind of giving you my own perspectives. It was cool. Maybe the next time when I'm decided there's next time. I might come out here and get at the closer site for the launch, because it was kind of far away for the launch, but we did get to see the landings, which was just amazing. You really, I've seen all of these on the YouTube streaming thing. You really don't get a sense of how fast those boosters are coming down before they turn on the landing burn. But I mean, they're just like free falling. I mean, they're coming down really fast, and then they slow down. Just the extremes of the speed, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like, you don't really get a sense of that watching it on YouTube. Seeing it out here gave me a whole new perspective on it. Anyway, I'm guessing it's party time now. This is Matt Farrell. I said that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Undecided with Matt Farrell. If you like Tesla stuff and you like sustainability and that kind of thing, I've been following him for a while, and he's worth checking out. You got the Joe seal of approval.
Awesome.
Now, what'd you think of the launch?
It was incredible.
This the first one you've seen?
This is the first launch I've ever seen.
It's the first one I've seen too.
Got a little choked up.
I was too excited to get choked up. I got choked up at Kennedy Space Center yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Multiple times.
Well,
yeah.
You're a geek.
No, I was saying in
We're all
yesterday's
geeks here.
video, that's my nerd bona fides. That
Yeah.
If you get choked up at looking at a rocket,
Oh, I definitely did today.
it was cool. I just wanted to get away from the craziness for just a minute and catch up here. That was really cool. That was really cool. I just am struck by how fast things are changing, man. I mean, it was not that long ago. Was it maybe even 5 years ago that... Oh, they're doing a thing over there now. It was not that long ago that the whole idea of landing a rocket, a first stage of a rocket, was considered ridiculous. Everybody laughed at the whole idea. And here they landed 3 of them at the same time. One of them out in the ocean on a barge. After spending all day yesterday at Kennedy and getting all welled up with emotion about what we can do as people, and then the black hole thing, and then seeing this, it's been a good week for just feeling good about what we can do. And I think we need that every once in a while. And I think that's why people get so wrapped up in things like SpaceX, even Tesla. I think that the kind of fandom that comes down from that, it's not just oh, it's a cool car or a cool rocket. And I think that's why people get a little, I'm going to say it, too wrapped up sometimes in Elon Musk, is because it's just great to see examples of things that we can actually achieve. There's so much negativity in the world, and there's so much that can get us down, that I think from time to time we need to be reminded that we can do amazing things, and that there are miracles in this world, and we are the ones creating those miracles, and that we can all be a part of that. You know, when I turned on my camera here just now, I didn't even know what I was going to talk about. I just knew there was something in me that wanted to come out. And I don't know if this is profound or just like adrenaline pumping or what, but that was exciting. That was exciting. I don't know how it came out. I don't know how it looked. It might have looked like crap on here, but go watch the live stream. Go watch Tim's live stream. I'm gonna have to go check that out later. I'm sure he's still jumping up and down. Speaking of, we're still talking about doing our podcast. I don't know if we're gonna try to do it tonight. I know it's just gonna be kind of craziness. Ben is leaving tomorrow evening, so we might try to do one in the morning and talk about that. And the irony here is that normally I got nothing to talk about, or I feel like I've got nothing to talk about in our podcasts, but this was such a crazy week for science, between the black hole and Israel's moon landing that didn't quite go right, but you know, there you go. There was also a big report that came out from NASA about Scott Kelly and Mark Kelly, the twins experiment, where Scott Kelly was up in space for 320 something days or something like that. And they've got all these interesting findings about their what being in space for that long does to your body. I was checking that out earlier. So I've actually got some interesting stuff to talk about, and we're probably going to wind up sitting there just talking about the Falcon Heavy launch, which is fine because there's only probably so much we can do when we're not in our normal, configuration and whatnot. Anyway, so there's going to be a little party going on in there, and I'm going to do a little partying, and we'll see where the evening takes us.